on the big stage. Yes, the volleyball competition plans are in top gear. Yes, to host Africa at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. Everything is in place. If you get to the package B of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, you know that yes, it's happening in the world of volleyball. All right, let's start with basketball. As they say, charity begins at home. 6 times Nigerian champions Rivers Hoopers are in Lagos to continue their preparation for the 5th season of the Basketball League Africa at BAL, with dunks off with conference playoffs on Saturday, April 5th. The Kingsmen arrived in Lagos on Sunday and will be involved in some friendly games before departing for Rabat, Morocco on Wednesday. That's tomorrow. The 2024 BAL bronze medalists are drawn in the Kalahari Conference, where they will play against FUS, that is Fuz Rabat of Morocco, Egypt's Al Ittihad, and Stade de Malien of Mali at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Sports Complex in Rabat, Morocco. River Supers will open their campaign this season against Stade Malien on Saturday, April 5th, ahead of their final phase of preparations before departing the permanent secretary of River State Ministry of Sports, Kevin Nweke, is more difficult. The team has also completed the signing of 5 new players ahead of the new season to achieve their target. Canadian-born Nigerian combo guard, that is Kelvin Amayo, as well as Peter Olisemeka, who were instrumental to the team's historic third place finish at the last edition, made a return to the team. Yes, the Kingsmen, as they are also called, they signed DR Congo's point guard Maxi Shamb, South Sudan small forward Madut Akek, and American Rafael Puteni. River Supers will be making their 3rd appearance at the 2024 BAL. The feature in the inaugural season held in 2021 and the last edition, where they finished 3rd after setting the Nigerian record last year. River Supers coach Ogo Odaudu has said the team's ambition at this year's BAL was to go one better by reaching the final or even win the coveted trophy for the very first time. Yes, we wish River Supers the best of outing in Morocco. All right, let's switch to boxing, where Nigerian boxing sensation Elizabeth Oshoba expressed delight after defeating Czech fighter Lenka Volenjinkova on points to extend her beating professional record to 9 fights with 0 loss. Oshoba dominated the 6-round contest at York Hall, London, winning unanimously on all judges' scorecard, which read 60-54, 6 on the masterclass performance to secure her next boxing. The excited Elizabeth Oshoba said, I am absolutely thrilled with this victory. The plan was to box smart, and that is exactly what I did. You can feel that excitement from her voice. Yes, the 25-year-old Nigerian who became the first female Nigerian boxer to win a world title in 2024 controlled the bout from start to finish, utilizing her superior footwork and hand speed to outclass her Czech opponent, currently ranked 10th in the World Boxing Association featherweight division and 4th in the super lightweight category. Oshoba's stock continues to rise in international cycles. For Shoba, her impressive career has already seen her win the IBO Female Super Featherweight title and the WBC Silver Featherweight Championship, which she previously secured by knocking out Italy's Michela Braga in the 10th round at the Copenhagen's Royal Arena. She said, "My dream remains the same, to be number one in the world. This fight brings me one step closer to that dream. I am looking forward to my next challenge and hopefully an world title defense soon. I am ready for whoever they put in front of me." The fight, which took place as part of Nielsen Boxing Promotion card, saw Shoba utilize her trademark aggressive style, mixing powerful combination with strategic defense. Despite her titles not being on the line for this bout, Shoba approached the contest with characteristic determination, much to the delight of her growing fan base. All right, now let's talk football, and we will start from the President Federations Cup, FA Cup in Nigeria. Yes, defending champions Academy Warriors will take on four-time winners Enyimba, one of the high-profile games in the round of 32 of this year's President Federations Cup on Wednesday. The All MPFL affair is scheduled for the Buhari Mini Stadium in Abuja to advance into the next round of the oldest competition in Nigeria. Enyimba Stream Road El Shama FC 5-0 in the round of 64, while Academy recorded a 3-2 win over Simon Ben FC. Enyimba, a two-time CAF Champions League winner, are hanging their hopes of picking a continental ticket on the President Federations Cup after their poor run in the Nigerian Premier Football League. The record MPFL champions are currently ninth in the league, with the possibility of finishing third in the league. In the league, far from their reach. Another All MPFL affair will see Sunshine Stars of Akure and Plateau United face off in Anyigba, Kogi State. Reigning Nigerian Premier League champions Rangers International will also play Heartland FC of Owerri in Oka. Fidelis Lechuku side will also look for another route into the continent next season, as they currently sit 5 points below the Continentals United. I beg your pardon. Will battle second tier side. Second tier Beyond Limits in Benin City that plays in the Nigerian National League, just as Ikorodu City will play Crown FC in Ijebu-Ode. Relegation threatened side Lobby Stars will face Solution FC. Kwara United tackles Gombe United, while 2023 winners Bendel Insurance will also navigate their way into the next round as they have a date with Adamawa United. Yes, still on the President Federations Cup, Enyimba head coach Stanley Neguma will miss some of his regular players when they face Academy Warriors in the round 32 of the President Federation's Cup, including striker Ifeanyi Ihemekwele, who has undergone successful surgery on an ankle joint injury and has been ruled out for the remainder of the 2024-2025 season. Meanwhile, defender Imo Obot will also be unavailable when the four-time FA Cup winners will play Academy Warriors in Wednesday's 2025 President Federation's Cup round of 32 clash at the Buhari Township Stadium here in Abuja. Obot sustained an injury during an NPFL match day 24 fixture against Rivers United in Aba. The Super Eagles team B defender had recovered but suffered a malaria attack in the build-up to Wednesday's showdown against the title holders Academy Warriors. The dual absence adds to head coach Stanley Eguma's concerns ahead of this crucial fixture. Ihemekwele has scored 4 goals for the People's Elephants this season. Eguma also lamented the unavailability of key players like Captain Semena Alialbo, among others. Even the players we signed during the mid-season transfer window, about 10 or 12 of them are not eligible to play in the FA Cup. Big one for and big miss for Enyimba International of Aba. And Stanley Eguma is already lamenting the absence of these key players. Yes, the talking Federation's Cup. Struggling Lobby Stars have shifted their focus, their attention to the President Federation's Cup round of 32 clash against Nigeria National League side Solution FC. The Pride of Makurdi will face Solution FC in Aba. That is on tomorrow in Wednesday's game. Lobby Stars' preparation for the game was halted following Sunday's attack by thugs at their training ground in Makurdi. The players and the technical crew had their training session in a more conducive environment on Monday. According to reports, it said under the watchful eyes of the head coach Tony Bulus and his technical crew, the final training session was held in a calm and focused atmosphere in Makurdi, with players displaying high spirit and determination. Any lingering tension from the fans' confrontation has been left behind as the team draws motivation from a productive meeting with the board and management. With a conducive training environment and renewed confidence, Lobby Stars are ready to give their all in a pursuit of victory. That's a statement coming in from Lobby Stars management. The program is Citizen Sports, reaching you from 93.7 FM Abuja with me, Emmanuel Fashime. Kano Pillars have lifted the suspension on their technical advisor, Usman Abla. Abla was suspended by the Same Sugida team in February due to poor result and gesture towards fans after the club's match day 22 goalless draw against Bayelsa United at the Sanya Abacha Stadium. The Gaffer assistant Ahmed Gaba Yaro took charge of the team during his suspension. The suspension was further extended at the start of March. All issues have now been resolved. The technical advisor Usman Abla has returned after the misunderstanding with fans, and will lead the team for a remainder of the season, according to what the team wrote on their X handle. Kano Pillars are 8th in the Nigerian Premier Football League table with 44 points after match day. I think it's a good thing that the management decided to lift the ban on coach Usman Abla. Yes, Plateau United chairman Habila Hosea Mutla has attributed the team's recent impressive run of form to patience. The Peace Boys have suffered only one defeat in their last 6 matches in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Umboa's Mangut side defeated holders Rangers International of Enugu away in their last game, that is March the 31 fixture. Mutla stated that a decision to part ways with head coach Mangut wasn't an option during the team's run of poor results. He said, according to him, he said it's all down to our patience. Mutla said when asked about Plateau United's impressive form, we chose. Yes, according to the chairman, he said we choose to remain patient. As I mentioned, that was in the before. That was in the right time to change the coaching personnel. There was no guarantee of a better replacement, and a suitable alternative wasn't available. Also, handling the team over to the assistant wasn't a viable option. If changes had been made and result didn't improve, who would take responsibility? So the best decision was to maintain stability, work hard, and stay prayerful. And I must say, our patience indeed has paid off. Been fantastic in their last 6 games. Out of the 6 games, beating Rangers away in March the 31. Yes, let's look at some Super Eagles players who are doing well in Europe and those who are creating the goals for their players in their various clubs in Europe. Yes, we're mountains forward. Moses Simon is the leading Nigerian player in terms of assists this season, having made 8 in the 2024-2025 season, plus 7 goals, which are taking him to his best ever goal contribution tally in Europe. The winger scored his 7th goal of the season on Sunday during their 3-2 loss against Le Havre, while his 8 assists came during their 1-0 win against Lille before the international break. Simon leads the way among other Nigerian players in Europe, followed by reigning African Player of the Year Ademola Lookman with 5 assists and Alex Iwobi of Fulham with 4 assists. The 29-year-old is in his 6th season with the Canaries and has turned up with his best goal contribution for the club this time, netting 7 times and setting up his teammates 8 good times. The Nigerian has been very instrumental to the team, having contributed 49% of the 31 goals scored in League One this season. Before now, his best return was 6 goals and 8 assists in the 2021-2022 season. Last season, his performance was hampered by an injury he sustained in March. He had 3 goals and 5 assists in 22 league games. With 7 games to go this season, the winger could well extend his numbers. In League One this season, only PSG, Bradley Bakola, Dilani Bakwa of Strasbourg, and Lyon's Rayan Cheki, who all have 9 assists, have provided more goals than Simon. For the unbeaten time in his career, Nantes, the Nigerian, is playing the lead role for the Canaries in the French League One, as his goal contribution put his head and shoulders above the rest of his teammates this season. Let's look at another top Super Eagles star. Nottingham Forest defender Olaino has emerged as the most prolific dribbler across this weekend's FA Cup fixtures following their dramatic quarter-final victory over Brighton and Hove Albion on Saturday. The Nigerian international completed 5 successful dribbles, more than any other player in the quarter-finals during Nottingham Forest's 4-3 penalty shootout triumph at the Amex Stadium. In Saturday's game, his impressive display saw him outperform some of the Premier League most renowned dribblers, including Manchester City, Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva, Crystal Palace, Eberechi Eze, and Aston Villa's Jacob Ramsey. And now attempted 7 dribbles, completing 5. In contrast to Manchester City, De Bruyne and Silva managed just 1 each during their 2-1 comeback win against Bournemouth on Sunday. Crystal Palace dynamic attacking duo Eze and Ismail Assar surprisingly failed to complete a single dribble in their team's 3-0 win over Fulham. Meanwhile, Fulham's Nigerian playmaker Alexi Wolby was successful with just 1 dribble in the defeat. The 27-year-old registered 5 clearances, won 8 of his 14 ground duels, and made 2 crucial tackles to help his side keep Brighton at bay for 120 minutes before prevailing on penalties. Aino's exceptional performance also earned him a place in whose scorecard FA Cup team of the round. Look at the best 11 from the quarterfinals as organized by Who Scorecard. The 11, the best team of the quarterfinal, was dominated by Aston Villa player who had 4 players included in the team, while Crystal Palace contributed 3. Aino was selected in a 4-man defense alongside Nikola Milenkovic of Nottingham Forest, Maxence Lacroix of Crystal Palace, and Brighton's Pervis Estupian. Aston Villa's Morgan Rogers and Ramsey were named in the midfield, joined by Palace Eze Rashford, who received the highest individual rating of 8. Goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga was selected as the goalkeeper. Nottingham Forest, with the win over Brighton, reached their first FA Cup semi-final at the Wembley Stadium. That is in the semi-finals. Yes, it's good news for coach Eric Sakoshel of the Super Eagles. Super Eagles midfielder Fisayo Dele-Bashiru has made his return from injury for Lazio after being named on bench for Monday's Serie A fixture against Torino at the Stadio Olimpico in Italy. The 24-year-old Nigerian international has been sidelined with an ankle injury sustained during Lazio's goalless draw against Venezia on February the 22nd, which subsequently ruled him out of the Nigerians' 2026 World Cup qualifying fixtures in March. Dele-Bashiru injury occurred in the 36th minute of the Venezia match following a collision with Alessio Zabin, forcing him off after just 41 minutes of action and dealing a blow to both his club and national team ambition. At the time of the injury, Lazio manager Marco Baroni expressed concern about the midfielder's condition. According to him, said we have to verify his condition. He felt pain when he took that sport. Playing every 2 or 3 days is going to be difficult to get him recovered for the next match. The Nigerians' absence came at a critical time for Lazio, who are embroiled in an intense battle for Champions League qualification with half a dozen teams within a 9-point radius, all fighting for a top 4 finish in Serie A. His return provides a significant boost for the Biancocelesti Leicester, who are looking to bounce back from a humbling 5-0 thrashing to Bologna before the international break. As a result, that saw them drop to 5th place in the standing. Dele Bashiru has been an important figure for Lazio this season, raking in, making 22 appearances across all competitions, scoring 5 goals and providing 2 assists. In Serie A specifically, he has featured 16 times, starting 6 of those matches and scoring 3 goals while maintaining an impressive 91% passing accuracy. The midfielder's return also comes at a crucial juncture for Marco Baroni's side, who are not only pursuing a top 4 finish in Serie A, but also have a Europa League quarterfinal against Bodø Glimt of Norway on the horizon, offering as an alternative route into next season's Champions League. Legacy is not only for Marco Baroni, also for coach Eric Sexual of the Super Eagles. We also need Dele Bashiru back to the team. As while one is coming back, another one is going on an injury. Newly invitee, yes, Super Eagles newly invitee who made his debut. That is Slava Prague coach Jindřich Tripsovitsky has said Nigerian defender, a defender that was invited of recent. He was there when we played 1-1 draw with Zimbabwe, New York, here in the abductor muscle in the region, potentially ruling the 25-year-old out for 4 weeks. Almost a month, Ogbu was absent from Slava Prague's traveling squad for Saturday league fixture against FK Dukla Prague, which ended goalless, with the club officials confirming his omission was due to physical issues. Ogbu, who recently earned his first call-up to the Super Eagles for March World Cup qualifying matches against Rwanda and Zimbabwe, did not feature for Nigeria during the international break, despite being named in Eric Schell's squad. Speaking to reporters in a post-match conference after his side dropped points against Dukla Prague, Tripsovitsky revealed that Ogbu is set to undergo a medical assessment to determine the severity of his injury. He said, I don't have a defender's injury, suggesting it could lead to a significant period on the sideline, saying the first predictions are a tear in the abductor muscle in the groin. He was injured like these ones and came back half-time. And we'll see after the examination. Chairman of the board of directors, Slava Prague, Jaroslav Tevit, confirmed that Ogbu faces a spell out of action with the injury deemed serious enough that recovery within a week is not expected. We wish Igor Ogbu a quick recovery to join back his darling team. Now we go to French Ligue 1. Yes, after 8 months out, Nice head coach Frank Hesse has expressed that the importance of Terry Murphy's return as Les Aiglons push for a UEFA Champions League spot. The Nigerian international made his appearance of the season for Nice during Saturday's 2-1 derby defeat to Monaco, coming on as a substitute on the 83rd minute of play. Murphy had been sidelined for over 8 months after suffering a cruciate ligament injury during preseason preparation, with his last competitive match being a 2-2 draw away to Loxley on May the 19th, 2024. According to the coach, he said Terry made a dynamic entry. It's going to be important for our end of season. We are going to need to show something other than what we showed tonight. Monaco were superior to us, and first of all, there's quality of the opponent, but we were so far from the pack that I am just waiting for us to show how true our colors are against Nantes. On Friday, the 25-year-old striker returned to the Stade Louis II holds special significance as it was the venue where he scored his first brace for Nice on February 26, 2023, following his move from Lorient. And after completing his rehabilitation, Murphy enjoyed a solid 15 minutes cameo in the derby, providing a glimpse of what Nice fans can expect as the club fights for Champions League qualification with 7 matches remaining in the season. That is 21 points to fight for. We can tell you authoritatively that Nice currently sit 4th in the French Ligue 1 table, with Murphy's return expected to boost their attacking option during the crucial final stretch of the campaign. Following the match, the striker took to Instagram to express his gratitude, writing, "I can only say thank you, Lord Jesus, for everything. See you guys next week." That is against Nantes. Since arriving in France, Murphy has proven his goal-scoring prowess with 55 goals in 143 appearances across all competition, including 20 for Nice. His return to action comes at a crucial time for the Mediterranean club, who will be hoping the Nigerian can rediscover his scoring touch to help secure European football for next season. Yes, a lot of stories coming in from France this morning. This time we switch to the women's side, where Super Falcons defender Chinaza Uchendu has been nominated for Nantes Feminines Player of the Month for March. Uchendu was outstanding for Nantes during the month under review. The 27-year-old featured in 3 of Nantes' 4 league games during the period. It is the first time she has been nominated for the award. Goalkeeper Emily Bonds, defender Maureen Cousin, and midfielder Andre Ricio are other players nominated. Uchendu joined Nantes from Turkish side Galatasaray last summer. Let's see if she's going to win the Player of the Month award for Nantes women. Yes, Super Eagles head coach Eric Schell is back in Europe. During his trip, Schell will continue his consultation with Super Eagles players based on the continent. The 47-year-old is also expected to scout and meet players who are eligible to represent Nigeria. Schell has taken charge of only 2 official fixtures since his appointment. Under the Malian, the Super Eagles beat Rwanda's Amavubis of Rwanda 2-0 before drawing 1-1 with Warriors of Zimbabwe at home. Both games in the 2026 World Cup qualifying matches. Schell is now looking to possibly bolster his squad with fresh faces ahead of next international break. It is believed that one of the players under consideration is Arsenal midfielder Ethan Nwaneri, the 17-year-old attacking midfielder who has enjoyed a breakout season under Mikel Arteta remains eligible to play for both Nigeria and the 3 Lions of England. Nwaneri has already represented England at the youth levels, but is yet to play for the senior team. Now let's take this story from Germany, where Bayer Leverkusen manager Xabi Alonso has confirmed Nathan Teller of the Super Eagles winger. Nathan Teller is in line to make a return to action for the club against Armenian Bielefeld tonight. Bielefeld will host Leverkusen in the semi-final of the DFB Pokal at the Schuko Arena on Tuesday night. That's tonight. Teller has been sidelined with an injury for the last 3 weeks. Alonso said the winger will undergo a late fitness test to ascertain his readiness to face Bielefeld. Nathan Teller's fees, according to Alonso, he said Nathan Teller feels a win for Bayer Leverkusen tonight will seal their place in the final of the DFB Pokal for a second season. Let's take some story from England. That is the English Premier Football League, where Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim has confirmed Harry Maguire and Lenin Yoro are fit and available for their Premier League trip to Nottingham Forest City Ground tonight in the EPL fixture. Maguire has missed United last 4 fixtures since he was injured in an FA Cup tie against Fulham. Yoro has been unavailable since he went off at halftime of the league game at home to Arsenal 2 games ago. United by Patrick Dogu's return for the trip to the City Ground. Dogu has finished 7 a 3-match domestic suspension. Amorim also said Luke Shaw, Kobe Mainoo and Johnny Evans could be back in action soon, while Aiden Heaven will definitely play again this season after he was carried off at Leicester City in the last game before the international break. According to Ruben Amorim, he said Aiden is recovered and it was not so serious. He is recovering, he's ready to play, but he's going to return this season for sure. Maguire and Yoro are ready to go for the game. Luke is not ready yet. We are starting doing some drills with the team, but we are building Luke. Mason Mount is feeling better, but he was already on the bench at the last game. Kobe Mainoo is almost returning, but he's not ready for this game. Johnny Evans also recovering. Aiden is recovering. That is according to Ruben Amorim. All right, still with Manchester United, manager Ruben Amorim has ruled out any possibility of captain Bruno Fernandes joining Real Madrid at the end of the season. Reports have emerged at the weekend claiming Real Madrid are keen to add Fernandes to their squad in the summer transfer window. It also claimed that the Spanish La Liga giant are considering a £90 million bid to bring the Portugal midfielder to the Santiago Bernabeu. However, speaking on the development ahead of Manchester United trip to Nottingham Forest in tonight's EPL game, Amorim categorically ruled out a summer exit for the 30-year-old. He said it is not going to happen. Amorim in the match conference, I want Bruno here. We want to win the Premier League again. We want the best players with us. He is still so young because he played 55 games every season. Between assists and goals, he is there for 30 at least. He is the player we want here. He is going nowhere. We are in control of the situation. I feel that he is really happy here. He understands what we want to do. Fernandes joined Manchester United from Sporting Lisbon in 2020. His current deal with the Red Devils will expire in 2027. Now let's go to the noisy neighbors of the Manchester. Manchester City issued a statement on Monday providing an update on Erling Haaland's ankle injury. Haaland was forced off during their FA Cup win over Bournemouth on Sunday. The Norwegian striker, who had made it 1-1 with a close-range finish, was replaced by Omar Mamouche. Haaland was later spotted in a protective boot as he left the Vitality Stadium amid concerns that his season may already be over. City have now offered an update on his current fitness. An official statement from City saying Erling Haaland underwent initial test in Manchester on Monday. During, I will now seek the specialist consultation to confirm the full extent of the injury. Assessment remains ongoing to ascertain full prognosis. The expectation is that Erling will be fit in time to play a further part in the remainder of the season, including this summer's FIFA Club World Cup. We wish you a quick recovery from Citizen Sport. Let's look at some transfer stories where Championships club side Leeds United are lining up a move for Porto defender Nigerian Super Eagles left back Zaidu Sanusi. The Whites have entered a preliminary talks with Porto for the player. According to reports, Sanusi barely featured for Porto in the second half of last season due to injury. The left back featured for Nigeria at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire at the start of 2024. The 27-year-old sustained an injury in his first appearance for Porto after the Sanusi has made 3 league appearances for the Dragons this season. Leeds United are prepared to table a £2 million euro bid for the Nigerian international. Sanusi joined Porto from another Portuguese club, Santa Clara, in 2020. Another report concerning Nigerian Super Eagles player is Victor Osimhen, where Arsenal have ended their pursuit of the Nigerian striker. Victor Osimhen with the North London club now focusing on other targets to solve their centre-forward crisis. According to The Athletic, there is a divide between Arsenal sporting director Andre Beta and manager Mikel Arteta regarding their preferred striker signing for the upcoming transfer window. Beta is said to admire Sporting CP Victor Gyokeres, while Arteta reportedly favors Newcastle United Alexander Isak, though the Magpies are reluctant to part with their star forward without a substantial fee. Galatasaray Osimhen, who is on loan from Napoli, has been linked with the Gunners in recent months, but an official bid has never materialized as the club should focus to other targets. The 26-year-old Nigerian international has been in scintillating form this season. 19-20 goals in 23 league appearances for Turkish giants Galatasaray. RB Leipzig Benjamin Sesko is also being scouted as a more affordable option amid competition for his signature, making Gyokeres a viable candidate for the Gunners. Now let's look at some results of games played in the top 5 European league. In La Liga, there was just one game. Celta Vigo and Las Palmas played a 1-1 draw, while in the Italian Serie A, Hellas Verona played a goalless draw with Parma. Same with Dilis Bashiro's team, where he came on. Lazio were held to a 1-1 draw by Torino at home. Yes, games continue tonight in EPL, and there are cup games in Spain and Italy and also in Germany. But let's look at the EPL games for tonight in the English Premier Football League, where Arsenal will be at the Emirates Stadium. It's going to be all London affair. Fulham will face Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium tonight. Wolverhampton Wanderers will battle West Ham United, while at the City Ground it's going to be a fierce battle between Nottingham Forest and Manchester United in the English Premier League. And Nottingham Forest are third on the Premier League table. All right, let's go straight to Spain, where there's one cup game, that is Copa del Rey semi-final game. It's going to be at between Real Madrid and Real Sociedad tonight. Yes, Real Madrid will host Real Sociedad in Copa del Rey semi-final first leg. The other game is in Italy, the Coppa Italia semi-finals. Also, Empoli will play Bologna in the Coppa Italia. In Germany, it is the DFB Pokal semi-final also, where Arminia Bielefeld will host Bayer Leverkusen of Nathan Teller and Super Eagles, both of Super Eagles, Nathan Teller and Victor Boniface. Those are the games lined up for tonight. Coppa Italia semi-final, Copa del Rey semi-final in Spain, and DFB Pokal game semi-final in Germany. So all of these cup games are in semi-final. Bayer Leverkusen, Arminia Bielefeld in Germany, Empoli, Bologna in Italy, Real Madrid against Real Sociedad in Spain. Let's take some tennis story. Daria Kasatkina says she feels emotional after switching allegiance from Russia to Australia, but didn't have much choice after publicly criticizing her country's laws. Kasatkina has been living in Dubai and has not returned to Russia in 2.5 years. The 27-year-old had her application for a permanent residency accepted last week and will represent Australia for the first time at this week's Charleston Open in South Carolina. According to her, he said, "It's my first official day as an Australian player. Honestly, it feels different. I am not going to lie. It's emotional for me." It's the world number 12. He said, I have to get used to it, but I'm really happy to start this new chapter of my life representing Australia on the big stage. Kasatkina, the only she will be representing Australia. I can use that word on radio. Yes, before I go away from the studio, let's take some NBA result. Utah Jazz. Yes, Utah Jazz. They lost to Charlotte Hornets 106 to 110 for the Hornets. The game between Sacramento Kings and Indiana Pacers was a close one as Indiana Pacers ran away with the victory with a 111 points against Sacramento Kings at 109. Yes, the Miami Heat, they were so hot for the Washington Wizards to the extent the Wizards couldn't show their wizardry against the Miami Heat. It was 120 points against the Washington Wizards, 94 points. It was total demolition from the Heat team. The game between Clippers, LA Clippers and Orlando Magic. Yes, the Clippers was able to subdue the Magic boys with 96 to 87 points for the Magic, 96 points for the LA Clippers. And the game between Boston Celtics and Memphis Grizzlies. Yes, it was also a very big win. 7 points difference between Celtic and the Grizzlies. It ended 117 points for the Boston Celtics and the Memphis Grizzlies lost that game 103 to 117 for the Boston Celtics. The game between the Chicago Bulls and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Wow, the Oklahoma City team actually roared. They have to show their thunderous prowess against the Chicago Bulls, where the Bulls couldn't come on top. It was a total demolition in that game where Oklahoma City Thunder ran away with the victory with 145 points to 117 points for the Bulls. It was a whitewash from the Oklahoma City team. The game between Brooklyn Nets and Dallas Mavericks was a close one as Brooklyn Nets defeated Dallas Mavericks 113 points to 109. And then the other game between Houston Rockets and LA Lakers was 104 points for the Lakers against Houston Rockets, 98 points. All right, this is where we'll be leaving the show. Okay, before we go, this is on a sad one right now, where tribute is still pouring in for the late Nigerian boxer who slumped in the ring over the weekend. That is Olarewaju, Nigerian boxer who died in Ghana while in action in the ring. Tributes have continued to pour in from across Nigerian boxing community following the tragic death of former national and West African light heavyweight champion Segun Success Olarewaju, who collapsed during a boxing match on Saturday. In Ghana, Nigerian Boxing Board of Control Chairman Dr. Rafiu Ladipo expressed his condolences, saying it's unfortunate we had to lose him and may his soul rest in peace. We are alive to our responsibility concerning this tragic incident, and we will do all in our power to ensure all hidden facts about this death in the ring are unveiled and unraveled. Ladipo, added that the NBB, that is Nigerian Boxing Commission, met with the family in Ogun State on Monday for commiseration. A wife and 3 children survived by Olarewaju. May his soul find rest. Yes, they have to unravel the mystery behind his death. All right, this is where we'll be leaving it on the show Citizen Sports. The program returns tomorrow, same time on the station. I am Imam Fashimi saying thanks for listening.